Well, with record-breaking heat waves emerging across the nation, cases of individuals suffering heat stroke and heat exhaustion are becoming increasingly more prevalent. More than 100 million Americans are now under heat warnings in the U.S. That is, the heat dome is bringing temperatures of up to 110 degrees or higher this month so far. So joining us now with some expert insight is Dr. Kuljit Kapur, Chief Medical Officer over at Transitions Care. Dr. Kapur, such a pleasure to have you here. Thanks so much for joining us. What are some of the common signs or even symptoms of heat exhaustion?
Hello, thank you so much for having me today. So the common signs of heat exhaustion would be really having a general muscle weakness when exposed to prolonged period of time when the temperature is above 90 degrees with a high heat index. And really what it is a loss of water and salt in your body, where many people who are prone to this would be like the elderly, people with high blood pressure, younger children under age 4, obese patients.
And Dr. Kapur, what are some long-term effects of heat exhaustion? Because it seems like that is also on the rise as well.
Right. So the long-term effects of heat exhaustion, if you don't treat it, could be that it turns into a heat stroke, which could be a much more serious condition where you need to seek medical attention right away. But that could result in liver failure, kidney injury, delirium, coma, and even seizures and death.
And by the way, what are some tips for viewers that are watching this right now on how to manage heat-related symptoms before it gets really bad and turns critical here?
Right. So the way that you want to handle the situation is to really try to be in a well ventilated area when you are in a high temperature season. You want to avoid prolonged exposure to humid weather. You want to try to take a cold shower, lie flat on your back. If you get really affected, then try to put an ice pack under your armpits and behind your neck.
Really interesting insight, Dr. Kuljit Kapur. Thank you so much for joining us, Chief Medical Officer over at Transitions Care.